Just making sure everything's working. So I hope you all can see me well. I'm just trying to get City Skylines to open up. Just take a few more minutes. Um, this stream is a little behind schedule. Well, actually, a lot behind schedule because OBS wouldn't open. Now that was fun figuring out that. So I got a face cam finally, which is amazing. We're just looking over and seeing myself. So yeah, y'all can't see what I'm doing right now because this whole process sometimes takes a few restarts. No, no, no. There it is. There's Rose County. I'm gonna see if this would work. So I'm just gonna push that to the side for now. Oh, I should have got another device for this because I'm using my iPad as a Stream Deck replacement for the time being. So I also have to configure that real quick. So I'm going to go to the next scene, which doesn't have anything for game capture. That's helpful. Um, capture. No, that's gonna cause an issue. Okay, there we go. And let's make sure this is set to that. The chat box is there. Oh. Yep, so we're almost there, y'all. So this is our first stream and I can't wait. This is gonna be an exciting stream. So just gonna keep on waiting a little bit longer before transitioning to the game. And it's frozen. Let's see. So City Skylines is having problems actually loading, which it happens from time to time where it just doesn't want to load in the game. It's taking its sweet time. So I'm gonna relaunch the stream and not the stream. City Skylines. So just give us a few more seconds for it to finally open. So we're just gonna retry that one more time. There we go. Well, that's a lot of missing assets I gotta fix. I don't recognize a lot of these though. I think it froze again, which is a little annoying. Just having it just not work all of a sudden. Finally, there we go. We're now in the city. Uh, we're finally in Rose County in the city of Rockville. Playing this on stream too was a little weird. So where have we left off? We left off with an energy crisis. So let's go fix the budget for that. Let's go a little. So we're gonna fix the budget for that so it has more money to operate. Our bus system is working fine. Got plenty of stops, so it's nice. Even though this city is pretty walkable, it's still nice to have some bus transit so disabled individuals can still get around using public transit and will not require a vehicle. I knew this would happen. So now we are building a little more because we gotta finish expanding the city of Rockville. We have a ton of money in the bank and we have a ton of residential demand. We just gotta demolish that person's house real quick. So I'm gonna bring this down just to above the river. That's not what I want to do in the slightest. Just gonna go here and turn off road guidelines real quick and turn it back on. So now I've successfully started building out the next part of Rockville. I think I'm gonna make the grid here, like each block, a little bigger than it was the last one, just because I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna keep this one purely residential. Because the grids over here were the largest was, I think, is that 33? Yeah, 33 units was the largest one, and the normal size one would be 20. So this one is 30, and this one I believe is 21. So just gonna build this one up and out. So let's build it 20 units up, another 20 units there. I hope all of y'all have been having a fantastic day. I know I am. So let's just connect that across like that, and well, there we go. Let's add some pipes down there so they can, you know, drink water, use sewage, use all of that. So let's start putting down the first commercial in this area. Did I say commercial? I meant residential. So now we put down the first residential homes, and now they're all getting built. Okay, there. There you go, yeah. So these are the homes being built currently. I just got to keep watching out for those. Oh, we have another crisis. That's convenient. Because we set our budget so low, it was to save money. Let's just increase our budget a little more to now account for the growing amount of residents. That should be off. There we go. That just came to mind. So now we are back to having full capacity for our whole city and a lot more. So this is a transit stop, and the bus, where is their bus? I'm gonna go check that real quick. So let's go over to our info panels. Yeah, this system is being heavily used, and it's actually quite underfunded. And because they're even paying for this service, I think it should have more capacity. So let's bump it up. Night buses are important, but not super important right now. Why keep it in the wrong buttons? That's not helpful. Just gonna make sure to slow down time actually and just pause. Well, I think time still progresses. You just won't see it progress. So yeah. And let's see what our next milestone is. Big town. We got metro, which that's weird. But we do get high density. Because of how much money we just have sitting in the bank, I think we will be able to do metro right out the gate. But I don't know. It would probably just be above ground. Because I don't see us really having the need to go underground. Because land is still relatively cheap in Rockville. And I gotta replace that. We got money, so let's replace it with something slightly cleaner. So let's demolish that and replace it with that. Oh, and there's a massive fire breaking out, which is not super helpful. But, you know, it is what it is. But don't worry, our fire department always on top of it. For a little second, that's just gonna be... Oh! Okay, that's interesting. This one has half the drain capacity. So you have to build another one just to be quote-unquote cleaner. Which is decent, but it's gonna cost a lot. And I'm also gonna get it on the Plaza and Promenade DLC one of these days, so we can properly harness this area a little more. Seeing a lot of are these new residents? Because I think they are. So this is like one of those really nice old town, like small towns, really modern and cheap with these dirt roads. I'm gonna have to get a mod for this because I like this and this aesthetic, but I might need to get a mod to force upgrade buildings. And yeah, that's from the bugged buildings. So we have a few high density here or there, but it's fine. A town of this size is a little reasonable. I expect maybe something similar to pop up like that, but it bothers me a little, but not too much. So let's look at the overall land value. It's low and really low here. Why? Because there's no parks and no public transportation. There's none of that good jazz. So let's build another line that starts here. I'm going to start this on the other side of the road actually, so I can just do that. Come down there. Loop back up here. Go on the road, and then I don't think we should connect residential to residential. That's a major issue and cause many projects to fail. like public transit projects because they built residential to residential. I'm gonna do a little here because the elementary school and all that is on that side of town. Let's come back up over here, put a stop there, and put another one here because we're just gonna go by there anyways, and we're done. So that's our second bus line, and let's look at that on actually let's not look at that right now. 2010 BMW N5. What car is that? 1996 Honda Civic. So yeah, this is going pretty well, and we're just gonna keep on waiting until we reach that population milestone. Let's even take a little first-person tour on this through the city real quick. This is one of the first pedestrian bridges I built, because I typically don't build pedestrian bridges at all. Because I'm like, what's the point? They can just walk alongside the regular roads. So that's our vanilla bus, which they're new vanilla buses. I might swap that one out. There are a lot of people here. They're not all gonna fit on the bus either. One flood would really affect the community, but it's fine because dirt roads and city skylines don't cause that many issues. So I think we still have a capacity problem, and part of that relates to the size of the buses that are running. Because they have 4 buses for this route, and each one of these buses just doesn't hold that much. A double-decker bus for a city this size, a bit unrealistic, but having transit demands this high is also a bit unrealistic. So yeah, let's sort that out. And this new line doesn't have super high demand. So I think we're just going to give it articulated buses and drop them down to 5. Our bus depot, we should be seeing our first double decker and articulated. I also love all the custom vehicles. It makes the city feel a little more realistic and more lively. More because of its because this one is actually being aided. The direction of the stream is getting pushed out, and this one's just getting pushed a little to the side, so it's not really going out to sea. So it's kind of causing that, but there we go. So yeah, so we're gonna continue building out this area. Let's zone that area and this one too. I don't know why that got clipped. These are some tiny homes, and they look pretty nice though, so I don't mind. You know, tiny homes, less to clean, less to maintain, less to fix. It's just all around the best. Yeah, so let's just keep on waiting. Okay. So let's just keep on looking around here. So what is this? This is the Robin residence. The new homes being built constantly, which is very neat and very cool. I'm a little upset that I bought this tile, which is mostly water. Like 46% of it is suitable for building stuff. Most of it's water or extreme mountains. And this one is a pretty decent buy. A little more realistically, we would own the whole map, but I'm gonna leave that for now. So the series can stay a little more progressed and not just speed right into it. I also love this bridge. Oh, okay, what happened? Our electricity. But, good news is we can finally get some cleaner forms of electricity. Each one of these could power, 1.5 of these could power the whole city with no problem. So let's get that. And how much does this cost to operate? $496. This one costs $170. So I'm also gonna lower the budget now because we're just creating electricity a little more efficiently. Also, do we have the incineration plant in here? No. Ugh. I hate the fact they have a landfill. It's disgusting. So let's see what low density we have. Big Bite, drugstore, corner shop. Okay. Let's go to low density. This area should have its own local grocery store, and this would cost $30,000 to place, which is fine. I could place it here, but that will cost. I'll destroy a lot of homes and businesses. But it is next to a major bus stop, so it's worth it. Yeah, that would be hard to get approval for. Now let's go get some parking. I could build a custom parking lot, but lame. No. Trying to find a parking lot that would fit in here just fine, because a 10 by 5 wouldn't fit, an 8 by 5 wouldn't fit, a 7 by 5 wouldn't. Well, this would. So it's its own little parking lot now. That's gonna employ a lot of people. So yeah, now I have a Kroger. Also, I think I should upgrade this road, and we have extreme demand again. So yeah. So I gotta go expand this area nearly all the way up to the railroad. And is this officially incorporated to Rockville? Yes. I'm not sure when I start building the other cities, I'm gonna come back here and fix it. The grid's weird here. Yeah, I'll put that there as separation. Also, grading's important because you're not just gonna go completely level out a mountain. You could, but that could bankrupt you. One of my cities where I thought I had basically infinite money, I got somewhat low on. That felt weird. I thought I had infinite money, but I don't really. I was building a new airport, which turns out just wasn't worth it. The old one had no problems. I just didn't like where it was. So I built a new one, and that just wasn't working out well. So yeah, so now we built out our brand new part of the community. And let's expand the second bus route further north into this community. Also, I need to get them water too, so not just bus stops. One thing I would like to see in City Skylines is no one's gonna build houses if there's no utilities. So, yeah, that seems like some realism thing, because you're not gonna build a house where there's no electricity. Also, I'm gonna upgrade this main road, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna upgrade it to just yet. I could use an American road, which would look like that. I like it, but the problem is the intersection, so I'm just gonna leave this section alone. It also doesn't have zoning. Yeah, I can't even use this at all. So I'm just gonna upgrade it to a 3-lane version of this. Up until the city limits. So we got 3,910 people. Pretty good. These houses are helping us out a lot. Let me just bring that a little closer to me. Also, I like these rail lines. This seems like they were designed for something, because this could be a cargo harbor. But yeah, that would still work. I gotta yawn there for a second. So the town of Rockingville. It's very large, it's very diverse, has thousands of people, and growing essentially pretty linear. Very few people are dying, which is very expected for a city of this age in the game. I don't know why I'm so tired today, but I'm just checking to have enough zoning for people to move and build businesses and all that good stuff. And I also can't wait to finally use this rail line for something. Big town education boost. High densities. Blimps. Incineration plant. One-way booth. All this good jazz. This is a lot actually for this early on for a city of this size. Let's go buy that. So we can finish Rockville. I didn't think we would be done with Rockville this quickly. I'm going to introduce high density, but under one circumstance, and that is oh, that's not helpful. That means I have to go and delete some houses. So, you know, it's fine. Also, I'm going to now pick the paved road. I think it's going to be a big road. Upgrading these roads is gonna cost an arm and a leg, because these already cost a lot. But I could use the big suburb. No, I don't like that. Don't like it. So we're gonna have another one that would connect. No, that doesn't seem right. Wait, which train is that? Class 158? That's a DLR train. Huh. Interesting. You wouldn't expect to see that, because that's a light rail train on heavy rail. Not super likely. You might use a DLR train for when we do bring trains into the city and have local train lines. Well, local county lines. Yeah. They're going to go between multiple cities in this county. So, yeah. And I messed this up big time. There we go. I should have planned this out using dirt roads and then upgraded. So there is that part. Then it connects up there through the rail line. And this is where exponential growth starts. So now we built our first real high density area, which is kind of fun. It's a little scary because that means you have a lot more Sims to worry about. I'm having an education crisis once again, and it's because I was being a cheapskate. Oh, no, it's not. I just didn't build enough schools. So let's build a new elementary school with a humongous capacity and cost, and a high school. I'm gonna use this Toronto High School, so they have the same amount of students. The grade's a bit weird, but it's fine. It's not gonna cause any major issues. So also high density commercial is a whole different beast. It requires educated citizens. I was about to say highly educated, but I'm like, I don't think they'd be highly educated. They just have to be educated. So I just added that loop to assist. And because these people will probably be going to school into that brand new school, gonna pick a bunch of people up, bring them over to here, make a few extra stops, bring them down to, where's the Kroger again? Let's bring them down to the Kroger over here. Then where did this route start again? Not there. Okay, right there. Also, to connect these two grids, I'm gonna connect them eventually, but right here seems like it would give that a little. So I moved that a little bit to the to the left right now. It's on the right, on that side of the road. And I want to figure out what would be a wonderful, there we go. That is a nice curve. Here's just going to get rid of 2 households. It's fine. They move somewhere else. Probably move to one of the high density places. So our first official, like non-glitch worthy, not glitching out, official high density is here. I'm gonna switch this into articulated. So we have 4 bus routes for a city this size, which is kind of crazy, and their double decker are articulated. Articulated. Okay. I have a mod that names them for me because I couldn't be bothered changing the color of them or naming them. And I like how it names them after streets. And for rail, when you get that around, after which district it goes through or connects. Yeah, so these are our first high density. These are pretty tall. I'm gonna get some 5x1s from the Steam Workshop because those are pretty nice. There should be a police officer here any moment. Where is the police department? Do we not build one? We have to. We had to have built one. Okay, it's right there. This area just isn't served well enough. So let's put one right there. Yay, y'all can now go not get arrested or not arrested, endangered. Now we also got a fire department. Let's see. Yeah, let's just keep looking around for anything I should catch or. See, I'm gonna put a little office building here, a little office zoning just to see what it pops up with. I have an idea of what it'll pop up with. It's not gonna be like a super high rise. That's for the IT cluster. Probably a mid-rise building, about 7 floors. And so people are also using this entrance now to get into the city, which is nice. There are way too many vehicles for this, like 5 at the most. So these are solar panels on the school, which is really nice. I'm gonna go check our education. So we do have some well-educated people, so basically high school education, so your high school diplomas, but we don't. Oh, we do have the university, which is 75,000. A city this size wouldn't have a university, but there's no official way for. There's no way of sending people out of the county. So I'll also have to get another mod. I should fix that so people don't come in the city missing the ability to read and write. We're also gonna build our first unique building, and the statue of shopping, because you know everyone loves going shopping. It's a smartphone. So this is a railroad crossing. At grade for now, because in the future this won't be out at grade. Also, a feature of these added roads is that they have American traffic lights and American crossing thing can't rotate the thingy majiggy. So this is their university. And yeah, we're just going around town, just taking a little flyover just to see what it looks like now. A bus stop, pretty full. Our fire station. Let's head down this way to the dirt roads. Let me just do that real quick. There we go. It's a Porsche, so that's a pretty nice car. Our double-decker buses. That's the Airport Express. Okay. Aloha gas station. Power lines going through buildings. This is our industrial area. It doesn't have as many smokestacks coming out of it as a vanilla city would, because a lot of them are just warehouses and third-party assets. Our power lines that are there for very minimal functional purposes, aesthetic purposes for the most part. Crossing the river. Water towers over there, and we're heading to the beautiful beach. Yeah, that looks like a nice place to go for a stroll. Overcrowded bus stations. Oh, stops, not stations. Stations are different. House under construction. Yeah, it's a pretty nice city now. If I say so myself. The city of Rockville is pretty nice in the Rose County. So they got a. So this bus route is used heavily. So I'm gonna up the number of vehicles on it to 11, so nearly doubling. Our other routes, they're doing all right. This one just, they don't have much demand for now. There we go. Oh wow, that was quick. So now we're a small town. As in, we get trains, monorail, cable car. They get a new piece of the land. I don't think so. We also get high-rise band. We are still limited to our 4 tile area, which let's try using the most of. So I'm gonna add in. Then I'm gonna build a train station. This is also gonna be like our sort of commercial district, where we have like more specialized commercial. So I'm gonna place on a lot of buildings here. So I'm gonna. So this is not William Avenue. Yeah, and continue straight onto that person's house. It's a little sad, but we have to weigh something out here. We have to weigh if we should have a smaller 2-track station. So basically the vanilla one should have an elevated dual track. If I should have one of these ones, I can't use this one. No, I can't. But I could use this one, which I'm really liking. It's a metro station though. This is hard. I might go with the metro station and just convert it. That wasn't supposed to. Oh, that was. Oop, that wasn't supposed to happen. That should be there. That should be. There we go. There we go. So Metro Overhaul allows you to convert train stations that would normally just be serving metro stations to train stations. And for multi-platform stations, you can convert some of them to metro, so you can have cross-platform interchanges like you could find in some points of, I think, the Victoria line in London and a few other systems. So let's connect this up. Let's connect. That's not optimal. I should have graded this out before building this station, because that's a nightmare. That's an actual nightmare. Pick a random point. There we go. So move that to a little at grade. And put this to terrain height. Oh, great. Was that not also puts a train? Yeah. Oh, this is so annoying. Because that... It's gonna quickly just move it in place. And let's tear up this rail line real quick. And there we go. And let's put it on both sides. Let's get some trees to suppress the noise. So I'm gonna get a bit taller trees. Not too many because they do cost some money. Because trees aren't free. You can't plant them for free. Also, I'm gonna go check what resource we have here. Fertile lands everywhere. And some oil too. Ooh, this is a fun map. You can just suck up all the oil here. And the ore there. These can't possibly... Okay, good. So this, our next city, would be for farming. It's kind of weird. So let's expand our industrial area. Where's my dirt road? There, my dirt road. So yeah, let's expand the dirt road a little far up to the right. Then now that's right. And let's expand it to the river, but only on one side, so we can just keep our river as clean and a little more realistic. So we basically have effectively doubled the size of our industrial area. Let's get some pipes down and through there and over. We also have to build a cargo station. We don't have to. It'll be optimal though. I could just build that real quick. Just have it as close to the rail corridor as possible. It's just gonna go up a little. Well, not a little. My hands, they're all over the place. We're hitting all the wrong buttons. And then up through there. Let's bring that over there. That's not super realistic, so let's just bring that over. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's fine for now. I'll come back and tear that up eventually and even upgrade this. Also don't like the fact that the road is bending, so I'm going to turn off road bending. I'll just connect it like that. And there you go. And this doesn't have water or electricity, which is not optimal. So it's not operating because it has no electricity, which makes sense. You have to power the overhead wires. It's still a little wonky. That's a little annoying. Let me just shift that just a tiny bit. So let's check if any trains are coming through here. Huh, interesting. So let's also build a bus station, a new bus line that's gonna supplement other stations that are also going there. Bring them to our local Kroger. Up through there and connect back up. Let's also build a parking lot. Doesn't have to be super big, just big enough. Did I just miss the first train leaving? I think. So this is a small city with a nice train station. Yeah, they're just trains zooming past. Set a DLR train. Class 158. Okay. It's, I think it's a diesel train. Yeah, it's diesel. Get out. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're just having trains just zoom right past our station without stopping. And this does allow intercity trains. What does that one person do? They're leaving the city. What's wrong for a city, young person? What are they wearing? Oh, it's a fanny pack. Okay. And that's a young child. Whoa, whoa, wow. This is a first train arriving in the city. Just gonna take a first screenshot. Yep, now that is what I like to call perfection. That's a ton of people getting off that one train. They're spawning vehicles. I could have. So I'm gonna go to traffic manager, which I wish it brought settings over from different cities, but it doesn't. So advanced lane selection, so they don't just crowd into one lane. Let's turn that to 35%. And enable more realistic parking, so they can't just spawn things in, and this parking lot will be used. This area also needs a parking lot, but I'm just gonna assume they will walk. This sound would seem like one of those sounds that would pop into like one of the fastest growing cities list. Move here because oh my, it's like home, like it will be really cool, and home prices would be really low for homes that are pretty nice. Gonna make those New York City residents a little envious with their like $10,000 a month rents. Like, what's the point? You spend $10,000 a month on rent when you could just leave New York City, buy a house, or not even. You don't have to leave New York City. You could still be in the metro area and have a nicer place. But it's the New York City life, I guess. I don't see the real benefit in that. Someone made an argument for public transport. I'm like, but it's pretty bad there still. But at least it's there, unlike some other cities. Looking at you, Atlanta. And there we go. We're also pretty close to our next one, which is Boomtown. Oh, big city. Which will give us a crematorium. One new piece of land. Floating garbage collector. Water treatment facility. I'm also gonna put a roundabout right here. And another one here. What else? I also need to put some. I'm also gonna node controller this. Wow, that was quick, but I'll have to set that up a little later. to make these intersections a little bigger. Not rotate, just expand, and just to make the turns in and out quicker. A little more smooth operation. Wow, already. So now let's go get rid of our heavily polluting ones. So what's the difference between this and the eco one? This purifies 85%, which is good enough. So let's demolish these ones. Just drop that big chungus. Is this a European train? I think so. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, this might be US one. Doesn't look like it though. They have 10,000 residents. Wow, that was quick. Just our population just jumped. It is look. When we look around the city, it's just wonderful, splendiferous. Thinking about a train line though. Brings you from this part of the city to that part of the city. It'll be a shuttle service for the most part. And we also have to think about what's next. Like, thinking about the grade here and just seeing how steep this is. I think Rockville can expand into here. Up to here, and that is the end of up to here. Let me get some more fine detail here. There we go, and we're done. Wow, I can't believe we're pretty much done with the core section of Rockville phase. I'm gonna say 1, but of the whole city, there's 11,000 people. Not many problems other than I just not sorting out demand fast enough. To some office buildings here. We're also having a high commercial demand, so I'm gonna start putting down the commercial district. I said I was gonna do it. It's not gonna be as ambitious as I thought I was gonna make it. I'm just like, I was just like, this is gonna be wonderful. But now I think about, as a county, it wouldn't be super helpful. Let's see what I have though. But malls in there and some bigger stores. On a generic commercial building. An In-N-Out. Grand City. Lame. That's our next area, which I believe has its own. No, this goes and pops out there. Building in this will be fun. Like, oh yes, That's actually still relatively flat. There's a problem with this map. It's just not flat. I should have chosen a more flat map when I think about it. But it's fine. So like most of the map is totally water. And I see us doing some land reclamation. Like reclaiming all this land. We also have way too much money for our own good. I'm gonna get some crazy ideas pretty soon. A little lag for some reason. Yeah, that makes sense. So over here, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Like, this is officially part of Rockville. Just kind of detached from it though, and that's the issue. And there you go. Just expanding this city is gonna be difficult because of its current size. And limitations, but it's fine. I can still always carve into a mountain. I can always do all of that. That's crooked. It's gonna expand from this road. Having a lot of at-grade intersections, this would become a little bit of a traffic nightmare if this ever becomes very popular and very well used. What are these buses doing? Why are they here? They're just making a U-turn? That's weird. Yep, so they're coming to this station. Cost 158. Look at all those wonderful residents. And this is going to our cargo terminal. So yeah, I think at first waiting. In real life, this should have went first, but okay. So let's just expand that a little up north. Almost done for the most part, except for this hill. I'm just gonna leave it. So let's start zoning a little. It's a little premature for zoning, but it's fine. This area I have to surround it with trees though. Well, this rail line, just for noise reasons. The first home is my density homes are being built. Let's also continue to zone this area high density. because of just the sheer constraint that this city has of just being kind of having water availability problems. Let's just build another water tower because that's fine. Let's build two more even. And these areas need to have water pipes to begin with and electricity. So I'm going to pause time to let them get their needs and goods. Need to build high schools and all that good jazz. Rockville is gonna, like, Rockville downtown, the heart of the city where all the suburbs are and all that. It's looking pretty decent, to say the least. And this city doesn't have a traffic problem. I don't think it does. Traffic is still pretty good. It's just these are some high traffic areas, like highly visited areas. Let's build over there. Let's zone this as some commercial. Class 3, 4, 5, like on the Elizabeth line. You wouldn't see it come out this far unless it was run as a service within the county, but it's fine. Yeah, so elementary keeps falling behind. Let's build this elementary school. And let's build this high school. Right through the hills. So let's just pretend that this area totally was flat. What? Okay. The game's having a little struggle here or there. But it's fine. And there you go. That's our next high school. And let's give this high school a stadium. So this is the baseball stadium, and this is the football stadium. A little ways from the school, but it's still a walking distance, so it counts. I'm also gonna make sure that high school is within it. What? Okay, that's fun. I see ourselves carving into mountains more than I thought we would. This seems somewhat realistic. Just pushing back the mountains. It wouldn't be cheap though. And y'all are desperately needing water because I didn't give y'all water, and your guys are one of the few abandoned buildings that we ever had in the city. Wow, that's not good. So I'm just gonna bump up the education budget by 50%, just so we can accommodate more kids at each school. Also, let's check out the age demographic. We have a large adult population, a small elderly population, and a sizable kids population. It's bigger than most of my other cities could even dream of. There you go. Also, I need to build a light rail line in the city. Go. So light rail is like your trams, because many people think trams strictly have to be on the road, which they don't. They could operate a sizable portion or most of it outside of what was I saying? Outside of roads. So I'm just gonna add this in. And let's just keep on pushing up and through down to the main boulevard, which, what is it called? This boulevard. Chapman Street. I'm gonna bring it up to there and further back through here over the bridge. Oh, whoa, that's not good. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, shoot. That was a near disaster. And I'm gonna, so the residents are complaining because they no longer have greenery on their roads, which I like calling them a little salty about that. That seems a little selfish. So that road has it. This road is getting upgraded from some lame dirt road. And I have a decision to make. I could bring it up to there, but I'm just gonna go through this road. Oh yeah, you can't have two rail. You can't have light rail and big rail intersect at all. Just a little annoying. So I can't have like accurate intersections. Makes sense. I just never had to run into that in my other cities. And where is the depot? Is it? Where is it? I just placed it too. Okay, it's right there. Oh wow, this city is growing rapidly. We've already reached 20,000. This one, the game actually starts getting somewhat difficult because you got to keep up with the pace of growth. Say growth. I'm just gonna convert this to a regular road because I just don't feel like doing another overhead passover little thing. Having electricity problems. Yeah, just gotta crank up that budget. There you go. I'm also going to continue the tram all the way down through here. Then I'm going to go over. Just go over that road. Make a complete U-turn over the rail again. And let's meet down onto this road, which is gonna continue to meet up with there. So we have a light rail network that goes some sizable portion of the city, but there's one part of the city also want to properly service this area because I'm not properly. I don't know why I chose that way because it was gonna be easier. And this can connect up through there. So I'm gonna slow it down time. Let's get over here. Let's stop at the high school. Stop through there. Make a few extra stops. It's not there. Where else could we put a stop? This couldn't put one there. And let's put one there. Let's put a stop right about here. Another one down through here. Come to the other side. Let's put another one there. Another one there. Let's put one right there. Put one random one there. And there we go. We have completed the first line. High pain. Just put that. So now it's a lime green line. So that's pretty neat. That doesn't use all the tracks though. So this track is being left empty. What's going on here? Just traffic. Which I am gonna fix in this stream. And there is the first thing I didn't catch. So let's just do that real quick. Did I leave it at a dead end? Yeah. Just probably stop on a roundabout. Let's go through there. Let's continue up through here. It's gonna meet up here. But this project might have a lot of pushback in real life. Because a lot of people that be like, we ain't got served. I'm like, y'all have bus routes, calm down. But areas that don't have bus routes will be absolutely livid. And I would be too, though. So when you're creating any transit project, you also have to take that into consideration. Where does this line end? Here, there it is. So now you set up our first trams, and now let's fix the issue of traffic, which has suddenly popped up in these choke points. That isn't a traffic light, so that's not. I need to move the depot. It cannot be there. It gotta be over here. Seeing the vanilla tram. Let's see if I have any normal trams. What are these? I'm gonna switch to those for a second, just to see what they look like. So this one is on this line. These scare a lot of people. So this is our tram ride. That's weird. That's frozen. So yeah, we're just, you know, living life on. Just making a few. Why is it translated? Oh, we're at a stop. I believe so. So that's our cue to get down. These cars have to stop for the trams. Where did that car go? Oh, it's still there. These are 8-car trams. Do I have a smaller? There, 4 trams. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good thing that's returning to the depot. Now let's fix the issue of garbage. So we've just placed 2 new facilities. Just gonna empty that one out too. And this area, I've completely forgot about. We could develop pretty quickly and easily. And this would be a new town. Oh, that cannot encompass any part of Rockville. Also, Rockville, I think, is gonna just completely own the tram network. So they have the whole depot. That overhead, getting this little enclave. Oh no. There we go. Just have that little section of Madison Park. That's a random name. And I'm just gonna leave it as Madison Park. No, Madison Square. I think I misspelled square, but that's fine. That is 27,000. There are 2 people in the city that. Okay, so just a little behind. Wait, let me pause time. Just let it catch up. There are 2 people in the city that don't live in Rockville. Well, 2 people in the county that don't live in Rockville. Excuse me. Why are these 1 lane, but like this? I'm gonna have to do something about this. Maybe tear part of it out? No. Can I easily upgrade it though? That's not what I'm looking for. It's these ones. I just need to move this whole thing slightly over to allow just for some easy movement of all of these. Just to the right. Leaving that ugly gap in the middle. Have anarchy on. It should work all the way. Will anarchy even let me do that? No. And this one has straight poles. There it goes. So now we have fully. What's this? Oh, little abandoned home. There are three roundabouts in a row, which is kind of weird. Just having your three roundabouts. Let's go check on traffic. It's not doing too high. Most of the city, it's in the green. These areas are just traffic. Like, they're traveled a lot. That traffic light ain't super necessary. There isn't one. There's one here for obvious reasons. I could just set a priority sign. I want that to give way, this one to yield, this one to yield, this one to stop. You're supposed to go in this scenario though. No, they're gonna yield and they're just gonna go. No, we actually need a whole time traffic light. The simple fact it requires this to wait bothers me, so I have to edit this. Make that green all the time. So this station, it's looking pretty high. It's looking pretty good actually. But our garbage processing status is horrifically bad. Like, it's horrible. So let's check our budget just to see if I nerfed. Yeah, of course I did. That's a very me thing to do. How many people are using the trams? They're not cheap. They were not easy to install, and not many people are using them. Was it worth installing? Yes, it's worth saying that this city has, this county has a city with light rail. But for that much money, I don't know. It's not like they're traveling empty. Oh, that's a 2 train. I need to completely disable that spawning. I'll get around to it. Yep, and I think we're getting close to the end of this stream. So I'm just gonna completely just switch to the talking mode. I forgot I gotta transition this. I hope that's been an amazing stream, y'all. This has been my first stream. I'm gonna be doing more of these in the future. It's really fun. I just gotta find the time to do it, and I